How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse. I'm here with Todd, product director at Run Puma. Today, I think we got maybe the most wild shoe here at TRE. We've got the Puma Fast FWD Nitro Elite. Tell us about this shoe and what it's all about.
Yeah, perfectly nailed. So this was a request specifically from athletes. Everybody's running in super shoes now, and some of the athletes are saying, I can't run that much in track spikes, and they said, I wish I had something that felt like a track spike, but I could use on road for training, and that's where the Fast FWD comes in.
Yeah, you know, really that 5K, 10K shoe. We haven't seen a lot of that in the market, so interesting to see it come to fruition, but I think the most important part about this shoe is the midsole and really the geometries, because you look at it and it's unlike anything I've seen before. Let's start off with why you built it like that.
Absolutely. So, you know, for a 5K, you don't necessarily need a ton of foam and a ton of cushioning. So we wanted to carve and shave out midsole and parts and pieces wherever we could. And the second thing is, when you're running really, really fast, you're typically running more midfoot to forefoot anyway. So we undercut the heel, we undercut the forefoot. It feels like a track spike when you're toeing off, but as I like to say with this shoe, you cannot run with bad form quickly in this shoe.
And from a midsole perspective, what compound are we seeing here and what's it gonna feel like?
Yeah, great question. We're using a little bit firmer durometer of our core Nitro for the rim. And then we do, of course, have a full length power plate inside there. It's a little bit more flexible because, you know, in order to deliver the ride and the experience that we needed, you want that propulsion, but you want a little bit more flexibility. And then we have a Nitro Elite P-Bax base version on top. And then, you know, last the upper and then finish it with also a P-Bax insole, which very, very few brands are doing. But the whole geometry, all of the engineering is designed to deliver a specific ride and experience for 5K, 10K on track or on road.
And when you think of super shoes in that max stack category, a lot of times you think of like a really soft underfoot experience that gives you that bounce. It's a little bit tougher when you get a more low profile shoe, especially since the carbon plate is so close to your foot. Yeah. What is gonna be that initial experience? Do you get almost a soft experience or is it a little bit different?
That's a great question. I'm gonna say from an experience standpoint, this shoe is unlike any shoe most people, you or I, have ever run in. But what I love about it is when I'm running, it actually feels like you're kind of centered nicely between the two heel pods and then the forefoot cushion. So you can't land on your heel and it keeps you kind of centered midfoot. It does feel good and cushioned and bouncy though. I would describe that, just not like super high and max stack.
Right, I mean, you look at the shoe, there's not that much to it, but again, you don't need that much for the 5K, 10K.
That's
now,
right.
Moving on down to the outsole. Tell us about this and some of these crazy cutouts.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our Puma grip rubber, where you need it and not where you don't. And specifically, you know, being able to stabilize the heel and transition you really, really quickly from your heel to the forefoot for a toe off. Yeah, I mean, the geometry, we researched this. We actually did with Chemnitz University in Germany, did a full research study, not looking at running economy, but actually pioneering research in terms of lactic acid, excuse me. So if you ever run an 800 all out, you feel that burn. We tested this so that the shoe delays the onset of kind of that burn, allowing you to run faster when you're doing, you know, 15, maybe 20-minute efforts.
Yeah. Now, finishing the shoe off, we've got the race-inspired upper, and the one thing that stood out to me was this speed tail. Tell us what is going on here.
Sure. So you have, of course, a single layer, you know, mono mesh upper. We do have power tape, both medial and lateral for good support. You know, if we put no counter in this whatsoever, the heel would actually fall down. So this fin or spoiler, as we like to call it, almost automotive inspired, does keep that heel counter a little bit more vertical, and it keeps the upper kind of sandwiched around your foot for comfort.
Yeah, you know, really every part of this shoe is tuned for pure speed, 5K, 10K. I think that's where I will probably use this shoe for, but what are you seeing the pros and even yourself fitting this into your lineup?
Yeah, I mean, I would use it for only fast days and literally use it like a track spike. Don't warm up, don't cool down in it. It's 3 to 5 miles of running for myself or for pros kind of at max. And I almost like will run to the track with it in a backpack or something, get there, do my workout, and then put my recovery shoes on after.
Yeah. Well, this shoe is fast, it's light, it's unlike anything else on the market. You know, we've seen the old traditional flats of, you know, not too long ago, but now this is really taking that low to the ground experience and elevating it and modernizing it for the new era of super shoes.
Absolutely, it's a unique shoe. It certainly is not designed for everyone. It's also going to be available in very limited quantities, but we're at $250, launching in February of 2023, and of course available at
Running Warehouse. You can find it very, very soon.